Hi Dilara, welcome to SHOWstudio.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming in. We're going to rewind and take you back to Spring Summer 18, which feels like ages ago now. But we're going to talk about your debut runway collection, and I want to talk a little bit about why you chose to move from presentation to runway.
I moved because I always saw my clothes being static in presentations, and I think it's important to see what you made kind of float and like move on the catwalk. I do a lot of embroidery and details on the clothes. I guess you can't really see it that well when they're just standing there, I guess. And also it gives a different impact when you see something walking in front of you. You know, it's like you're watching like a theatre rather than just like watching it one thing, you know. And I also feel like in presentations I can watch my show like one of the guests, but when I was doing the catwalk I could watch it from the background like I made it, you know. And I think it's a really good feeling.
Yeah, it had like a huge reaction. People were so thrilled to see the clothes in motion. There's so many beautiful flowing pieces, and even the structured garments look amazing walking down the runway. And you had quite the amazing set and location. And it was at St. Andrew's Church, wasn't it? Which is such a beautiful location with the beautiful checkerboard floors. But because there were so many such an amazing set, such amazing kind of pagan imagery, and it kind of looked like tarot cards, basically. There was like a kind of weird, crazy biblical backlash, wasn't there?
Yeah, quite a lot of backlash from the Christian community, especially from America, to be honest.
They were calling you satanistic and
yes,
anti-God and all that kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah, I'm quite happy about not happy about the backlash, but I like seeing people reacting like this, because what I was talking about in the collection was about illusion of the society and what they're making us believe in, you know, the illusion basically, and how I got this reaction made me think that I was actually right. And it's quite stupid because I don't really chose the church because it was a religious, so if I use those occult symbols then I will be so controversial. That wasn't the case. It was just I like checkerboard so much, and it had the checkerboard floor. And I like grand places with Baroque decoration. It had it. And obviously I love religious iconography. I'm not saying that I don't like it, but I'm not using it to go against anyone's beliefs. I just solely like the visuals of it. And people were saying that the checkerboard was coming from the Illuminati and things like that. Well, I guess it's quite funny. I still like the Illuminati symbols, and I will keep using it.
I like the idea that you kind of reach Beyonce Illuminati status now.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like how they go through Lady Gaga and Beyonce's videos and say, "Oh, this symbol means that." And there's videos on YouTube where they go through all the looks and all the like symbols in the show and say, "This comes from this, that." You know, it's quite funny.
It is crazy.
Fun to watch.
It's fun to watch.
It's quite fun to watch, yeah.
I like that they proved you right, though, in this the story behind your...
Exactly. It's quite weird because every collection I try to do, I talk about something that annoys me, and if I find like a problem that is bothering me, and I try to talk about it and make people more aware of that problem, you know. That is a problem for me. Maybe no one thinks it's a problem, but I think it was really, what happened is really related to what I was talking about. That's what makes me quite happy.
Yeah, full circle, that one.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the kind of story behind the collection, because you've got amazing casting, like some beautiful individual unique characters like Grace Neutral, the tattoo artist, shout out to Violet Chachki, the drag queen, and can't forget Brooke Candy, and also Giselle, who's worked with us quite a lot actually. And
Lily is a god.
Oh yeah, can't forget Lily. And what I notice is that they're all kind of beautiful in their own kind of way. They're beautiful in this unique right, where perhaps generally speaking, Instagram might not think they're superstars or gods or whatever, but you've given them this amazing like kind of power with each character.
Yeah, I think me, Ellie Grace Cumming, and Chloe, we always try to make it quite different than other people, and this time I think because we worked so hard, and when I was creating each character that creates the illusion, I was thinking of a person, and actually when I was, for example, designing the witch look, we were like, okay, Grace neutral, we can't use anyone else, like we have to work with Grace because she's the actual witch. Actually, on that day, she brought these like incense that she wanted to walk with when she was walking down the catwalk, but we forgot to take them from the bag. We couldn't find it. It was so like, you know, 5 minutes before the show, we were like rushing, okay, socks, this, and
yeah,
we forgot to give it to her to like hold it. But you know, she was really in the mood because she's a witch. She brought like her occult symbol book to the backstage before the show. She was like, oh, shall I read you some like symbols from this for my makeup? I was like, yes, you know, you are the
amazing.
real.
And she even has kind of symbols in her
exactly.
face, doesn't
she has all those symbols tattooed on her. Like she's like the actual witch of my world.
Could not be a more perfect
suited.
I just love all these characters. They really come into their own with your clothes.
Violet Chachki as the devil.
Yeah.
And Giselle as a protester. But I think Giselle works really good as a protester because for me, she's someone like really strong and not very usual, but presents her character, her personality really well.
She's so kind of like strong in what she believes in.
Yeah, exactly. So I think she's the right person to fight for her beliefs in my world.
What does it say here across her crest? Liberty
or death. Yeah,
perfect. Tell me a little bit about kind of, so these characters kind of play in this kind of dystopian future you've got going on.
So that is actually, I tried to do it, it's now, really, what I see, how I see the world. I divided the world into 7 groups. I have believers, rebels, thinkers, politicians, royals, and what do I have? Religious leaders and a god. So God is a section on its own, because everyone thinks, not everyone, but let's say religious people and like some spiritual people think there's a God and that's one. I believe in unity. I believe we're all God. We can all be God. So I kind of created that God on its own. That's its section. And then I have the royals, king and queen, because without king and queen, there's no illusion. I guess that's like another hierarchy thing about the society. Yeah. And then the religious leaders, we have a pope. That's my friend Trigger. He's a pope with his like mohawk.
That's amazing.
And then we have a nun. Our nun.
Look at the face.
Yes.
His face is incredible. Sorry, I just wanted to mention the makeup is Isamaya French, isn't it?
Yeah, Isamaya, yeah.
Just amazing.
Oh my God, amazing. So, and hair is Cynthia Harvey.
So good, especially that mohawk.
It's so great because when I work with these people, we sit down and talk about everything and then try to find the perfect look for each character rather than, you know, come up with one certain makeup and try to interpret to different characters.
To the look,
yeah, exactly. I think it's quite great to have a team like that because I don't think I'll be able to do what I have in mind on my own because, like I said, everything's quite difficult on your own. When you're a group of people that understand each other, it's stronger. You
do have an amazing team behind this whole collection, and let's talk a little bit about the set. So that was Gary, wasn't it?
Yeah, Gary Card. Yeah, Gary did an amazing show.
Amazing set. So how does this process work? Do you go to Gary with a few symbols in mind, or do you say this is my inspiration? Or?
So with Gary, I wanted to work with Gary since the beginning, to be honest, and this time we made it happen. Also Gary's agent, Gabriella, love her, she made it happen this time as well. And when I met Gary as well, we clicked immediately when we were talking about the symbols, because he did like a very similar print design with the similar symbols, so it was quite, you know, spiritual. We were like spiritual friends, I guess, on another level. And he came to my studio once, and then I told him what I had in mind, and the references that he was showing to me were the stuff in my mind anyway. So I think I didn't even give him too much detail. We just like talked a few times and clicked really well. Yeah.
God, that's brilliant. I love it when that happens. It's so fortunate.
And we didn't know what it was going to look like, really, because there were really big prints. We could only like set it in the main venue. So we kind of saw the final thing just
on the day.
The show. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So quite magical.
Yeah,
I think
really amazing.
Made it all together. Everyone made it a really great show, I guess, for a first catwalk show. kind of nailed it all together.
I would say you definitely did.
Do you think? Well, it also made me really depressed after.
I know, you were saying.
Yeah.
Tell me.
I guess it's just so difficult to be a young designer in the industry, having like not much support. I don't know, like financially or you know, any other kind. It's quite difficult to try to pay for all these things myself, try to arrange it myself. You know, my PR was helping me quite a lot, obviously, but when you're starting, it's quite difficult to make people believe in you because you have this amazing idea, but they're like, we're not sure if it's going to work because we don't know you enough. You've done 2 shows before, but I'm like, just believe me, it's going to be great. So like we made it, it was all good, but obviously I think most of the designers, after they do a big show, they crash a little bit and go through like a silent
recovery period.
Yeah, recovery period. And mine took a bit longer this time, I guess, because I had a lot of things in my mind. And obviously, I really liked what I do that moment, but then for a while, I hated my show. I couldn't look at it for a while. I think it's normal, because you work on something so much and you look at it so much, and I think I couldn't help myself hating it because I saw it too much, you know. You
feel like you've been immersed in it for so long.
Exactly. And I was thinking for the next 2 months after the show, how can I take this work to another level? Because now I've done this, and everyone thinks it's great, even if I hate it, but I need to do something next season that is going to be...
You feel like you have to one-up yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So every season I think it's great, but sometimes I feel like I'm being too harsh for myself.
I think it sounds like you are being a little bit too harsh on yourself.
Yeah, too harsh, yeah. It can be damaging, but it can be good sometimes because it pushes me to do better work each season. But also it's important to be a bit, you know, more calm and enjoy what you've done. Yeah. And appreciate yourself, because I don't like it when someone's too satisfied with their work or like really love what they're doing. But obviously you have to love it so you can keep going and, you know, make yourself feel good about what you create. I think if you can't enjoy it, then what's the point of doing what you do?
And now we've had a little bit of time since the show. Do you feel a bit better in reflection?
Yeah, I started feeling quite great. I went to Italy like 2 weeks ago and, you know, saw something different out of London because I haven't been on holiday for so long, so I just wanted to like go and see something different. I went to like the Uffizi Museum in Florence, and I went to Venice. So seeing all that stuff that I like, you know, history and the costumes. I saw one of my favorite paintings, The Birth of Venus by Botticelli. I saw Caravaggio's painting, so I feel like refreshed. Inspired, yes, exactly.
That's good. And aside from the slightly mental biblical types, it's had such a wonderful reaction. And this look in particular, this amazing one, God, that Lily's working, has had such an amazing reception. And I feel like I've seen this everywhere in the best way.
I know, it has been only like 2 months since I did my show, and normally you get the press literally like 4 months later after the show, but it's been 2 months, but it was born by Rihanna in Dazed, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Shot by Harley Ware, great shot.
Amazing.
And also Nick himself shot it. Yeah, shout out to Nick. He shot an amazing image of the dress, and then I wore it 2 days ago.
So it's had a good time.
So I know maybe I shouldn't give it to anyone else.
It's yours to keep now.
I know, it should be mine.
It is beautiful. This whole collection is really fantastic.
If you want to wear something, you can.
Oh my God, I'm window shopping right now. Yeah, amazing.
Okay, just let me know.
I think that's probably the best note to end on. Thank you so much for coming in, Dilara. It was wonderful to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you again as well. Great.